guys, for those who don't know, our channel is about sharing our journeys to medicine and marriage, as we are in long distance marriages, newlyweds, or I guess roughly newlyweds.
Yeah, newlyweds.
While we are in our graduate program getting our master's degree. So today we are going to do a husband feature, and this is my husband.
What's up, guys? Excuse me. My name is Evan Smith, and I grew up in Pensacola, Florida. Born in New Orleans, Louisiana. Shout out to Saints. Who that? Yeah, you see it. I want to say thank you to Alexis and Kels for providing my perspective on this journey of wed to med with them. When Kels told me about it, she wanted to do a husband feature. My first question was, well, what do you want to talk about? So she had the idea of choosing a topic from my favorite show, Black Love, on Oprah's network. Shout out Oprah. Great show, by the way. Definitely recommend it for those who are in a relationship or just like to learn about relationships to watch that show. So the first topic on that show was, where does love begin? And so love began for us way before us, and by that I mean when two people come together in a relationship, they bring a lifetime of experiences into that relationship. And right now, Kelsey and I are just reaping the benefits of all those experiences, good and bad, you know.
Because they all play a part in who you are and how you love,
Exactly.
how you express your emotions.
And knowing what not to do and knowing what to do, it's just as crucial as, knowing right from wrong. So knowing what you do want, knowing what you don't want, and what the right thing to do, knowing what the wrong thing to do is important. So God created a perfect storm, and it allows us to coexist in harmony. And if you want to talk more preparation or our background, we can do that in a separate video down the line.
Yeah. So this video is just going to be kind of how we met, and then a little peek into some advice that we have for you all, and then future videos with our husbands will be more on marriage advice and dealing with long distance and being newlyweds and all that other stuff. So from wed to med may be a little misleading, because the wed part isn't necessarily true for us. Yes, we're married, but we didn't have a wedding. So do you want to jump into that?
We broke.
Broke is a mentality.
It is a
It's
mentality.
state of mind.
You're right. I'm sorry. We just made a business decision, in a sense, to do it later. Right now, there are other priorities, and right now, that's what we're focused on. So, and when we do have a wedding, we want to, or what we call a gathering, when we renew our vows, we want to do it right. So we don't want to shortchange that experience for anybody and everybody that's involved. So, yeah.
So, how do you feel about us being in a long distance marriage?
So the long distance part, right? Well, I think we knew what we were getting ourselves into. Our first date, we clearly laid out our desires and our goals to each other.
And this is before I knew that I was going to be doing a master's program, but just in general, laying out what we want, what our career goals were. We knew that something had to give, and that was the distance. So
yeah. So I knew I was going to be going into the Navy. She knew that she had to get into a middle school, and there's no telling where that could lead us. And more than likely, it wasn't going to be in the same city. So this is what we signed up for, in a sense, and we knew what we were getting ourselves into. So from day one, we told each other that we're going to have to make it work, and to make it work, there's a lot of FaceTime involved, and a lot of just keeping that line of communication open. And that's all you have when you're in a long distance relationship. So I know as far as being in the Navy, getting into more details about what I do, about being in the Navy and being a surface warfare officer, I spend a good amount of time out to sea. And I know you would think it's tough for the sailors that are actually out there at sea, away from home. But honestly, we're operating at such a tempo that it is an escape for us. We're escaping the life problems at home, while our spouses, on the other hand, has to still run a household and still deal with those real life problems that's still occurring at home. So fortunately enough for us that we don't have any kids. And luckily she's not at home thinking about me, but she's focused on her craft as well. So I'm not saying that we're so focused that we don't miss each other, but what I am saying, those instances are less and further in between. So when people ask me how's being in the Navy, I always say it's easy right now. The wife is focused, I don't have any kids. I'm not missing the basketball, football, baseball games, so it's easy. So.
And I'm over here studying for the MCAT, so that takes a good amount of my time. And even when I'm not studying, I still have, hobbies and interests that I'm involved in, and I don't always have my mind on, what's going on over there, and, getting, crazy about the things that could or could not be going on. So just being involved in something, it doesn't have to be work, it doesn't have to be school, but just in something that you're interested in, and helping you develop allows you to not miss that person as much, so that you're over here doing your thing, he's over there doing his thing, and then when that time comes for you all to be together, it can be great. So that's kind of how we look at it.
Yeah. So immediate advice to those in a relationship: what holds us together when we're halfway around the world from each other? It feels like literally, sometimes just metaphysically, communication. So it sounds cliche, but the fact is it has life and death importance as far as your relationship goes. They say finances are the number one reason for divorce, but before finances, there was a breakdown in communication somewhere. And in order to mitigate that miscommunication, you have to be interested in what your spouse is not telling you. So recognize that involves a lot of attention to detail, down to her micro expressions. She can't roll her eyes, her eye can't twitch without me wondering why are you rolling your eyes, why your eye twitching. I know it can be a little annoying for her because she says she can't hide anything from me, but that's not how it's really. That's a good thing, exactly. So another piece to communicating is, I think what people miss out is giving your spouse or your significant other or whoever you're in a relationship with an opportunity to say whatever's on their mind. So don't take for granted a simple question like, what are you thinking about?
Yeah, if you know Evan, he's going to ask that not to just me, he's going to ask that to anyone he's around. Hey, what you think about? What you think about? What you think about? So that just opens up, the avenue to get a conversation going. It gives that person the opportunity to say what they're thinking about. It could be, that they don't want to share, or they don't think that it's important enough to share, but nothing is
too minute too small to share, for sure. Another thing I stress is being emotionally intelligent, being able to identify with your emotions, and identify the different triggers to those emotions, and being able to articulate that to your partner is crucial. It's crucial. And just as important as giving, properly receiving those emotions and those feelings is just as important. So that means you have to be sensitive to your partner's emotion and showing them that you truly care. A lot easier said than done, but yeah. What else we got to say?
Well, down the line, we'll just be dropping some advice to the young people out there. But is there anything else
Young
that
people,
you
we're young. It's funny that
to others out there,
There you
other
go.
people in
there you go.
relationships?
It's funny that if you're in the Navy, right, or as an ensign in the Navy, you got 1 or 2 years, right? You'll get laughed at if you ever start a sentence off with my experience. It's like,
What experience?
yeah,
do you
what
have?
experience do you have? You've been in a couple years. Come on now.
Okay.
But when you truly enjoy being in a relationship and you enjoy talking about it, then you learn things. And we're just trying to share, I guess, what works for us, and hopefully it works for y'all. And if you have any advice that works for y'all, then
Leave it down in the comments below.
I'm definitely open to it. So,
Yeah.
anything else you want to?
No, I think that's it. Stay tuned for the next video. Lex and her husband will be also doing a feature, so stay tuned for that. Like we said, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. We appreciate you all for watching, and we hope to inspire other couples out there to
Go get
continue
it.
to continue grinding, to keep going no matter what. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Peace.